So today I'm hitting shoulder press. Today is one of those days where I don't have a lot of time before work, and so I will be going not on the percentage-based program. I'll just be going on my progressive weight and rep program. I'm doing today's set and the next several times I do this workout. The set will be 105 pounds for 30 reps, and then I will do 155 pounds for 5 and 195 pounds for 5. That's today's main work. Basically, I have a weight that I'm working gradually to increase the volume on, and once I get to 35 reps, I will then increase the weight, start at 5 reps, work my way up. And so what I do is I do my volume set, which is the 105 for 30, and then I do some heavier sets in preparation for moving this program along, because the next sets I do, once I get done with my 105 sets over the course of a couple more workouts, I will then increase the weight to 155. So I know it's a lot. Probably sounds confusing. It makes sense to me, but yeah. The reason I like to do these, and like the whole reason I train volume anyhow now, is because I'm a pretty tall, lanky dude naturally. Like if you saw my brothers, you would understand. Like one of my brothers is taller than me. I'm 6'2", he's about 6'3", and he weighed like 170 pounds, and I weighed like 270 at one point. We're closing that gap. He's gained a little weight. I've lost a little weight. But yeah, what I've found is that when I'm hitting like heavy weight all the time, and it's always heavy, my joints just take a toll, man. And I see kind of like these like shorter, stouter dudes with like the thick wrists and thick joints and stuff. Guys like that seem to respond better to heavy weight. The longer, taller, lankier athletes, from my experience, respond better to volume. And you can still push the weight. Like I've still overhead pressed freaking like 250 or something. I've still deadlifted almost 7, squatted almost 7, benched over 4. Like hitting the heavy weight is possible, but you kind of achieve the ability to do so with lighter weight, with volume. Like once I get to where I can overhead press 100 pounds for 35 reps, then like 200 pounds is easy. 200 pounds for reps is easy at that point. But over time, what's heavy changes, you know? So like eventually 200 pounds isn't really that heavy, because you get to where you're going to do it for 20 reps. And so then it's not that heavy. But what I have found with doing this is you do still take a beating over time. And so like right now, I'm going to take a couple weeks off a bench because I have a shoulder that's just bothering me. You know, I've been going over 400 pounds on bench on overload for weeks now, and hitting, I want to say my sets are 225. And so like every time I touch a bench press, like we're going over 200 pounds every single time. And then about half the time we're going over 400 pounds on overload. And so that can get to be a lot on your joints. So I'm taking a break from bench right now. I'll probably take a break from the overload on bench for a longer period of time and space that overload out more, which is fine to do because the real work is the reps. The overload is more of an adaptation. And so like the overload does not have to be hit as often. The body will make that adaptation over time, but the work still has to be performed. And I'm kind of the mind that like you can basically take like 2 to 4 weeks off of a lift and be fine, because you didn't get that strength in 4 weeks. You're not going to lose it in 4 weeks. So in between those sets, I'm always supersetting lateral raises and lat pull downs. So I'll get some videos of that. These are normally done pretty high volume as well. I normally start at like real lightweight for like 35 reps and work my way down in reps as I work my way up in weight. And I'll normally work my way up to like 25-pound dumbbells for like 10 reps, maybe 30-pound dumbbells. Depends how I feel that day. Getting a good shoulder pump. So yeah, I'm normally doing like 5+ sets on everything. Normally way more. But like everything's getting at least like 5 sets on a regular basis. So that is what a simple, short, sweet overhead press workout looks like. Yeah, it's time to get ready for work. Yeah, get after it.